Last week on Rescue Vet.
Oh my God, look at that.
I arrived in Sri Lanka ready to volunteer with WECare, an incredible charity dedicated to providing life-saving veterinary care to the street dogs of this beautiful island.
It's the brutal truth of working as a vet here in Sri Lanka.
As I faced firsts in my career, grappling with unfamiliar diseases.
Yeah, this is a disease that can kill you.
Experiencing the highs.
Oh my God, look at that!
And heartbreaking lows that come with being a vet in Sri Lanka.
We had done the right thing by ending her suffering, but the suffering of the community and the suffering of the vets here carries on.
As my journey continues, we keep pushing forward, fighting to save lives.
We have got here just in time. This puppy is still breathing, which is a miracle. It's very, very flat, not really moving.
The results of the rabies test are back, as we're determined to give the street dogs the second chance they deserve.
It's going to be Bobby. There you go. Congratulations.
Hey, Bobby.
I'm Dr. Scott, and this is Rescue Vet. It's a new morning in Sri Lanka, and the first few days volunteering has been such a whirlwind. I can't stop thinking about the two puppy sisters we collected yesterday with suspected rabies.
It's been a really amazing experience so far, quite humbling to be thrust into a different culture and a different way of working and a different way of thinking about dogs and their relationship with people.
Oh. Hello.
I think I've been taken aback a little bit by the fact that I haven't seen everything. You know, after 25 years of being a vet, you're kind of like, I've seen everything. And then a rabies case, and you're like, actually, I know what rabies is and I know how it's transmitted, but I've never actually seen it before. So that's incredibly humbling to go, whoa, like I'm learning every day. So in the classical sense, every day is a school day, particularly here in Sri Lanka. I've been here just a few days, and the highs and lows and the kind of bombardment of life and death has been pretty full on. So I just don't know how Janie's done it for 10 years. I mean, she's you know, an incredible, strong person, and what this charity is doing to support street dogs here in Sri Lanka is really inspiring.
We're waiting for the rabies test results to come in later today. So in the meantime, I decided to visit WECare's vaccination and neutering program, which aims to prevent the spread of diseases like rabies.
I'm really excited to be here finally at the CNVR van, which is Capture, Neuter, Vaccinate and Release. And there is a hive of activity. There's so many dogs ready for surgery. Some of the local villagers are here as well, bringing in their dogs. The street dog catchers are out catching their dogs. And then the neutering is happening here. So they neuter to start with, they move into this van, which I can't wait to go inside of. The surgery is completed in there, and then they recover. And once they've recovered, they go back into the street.
One unneutered female and her offspring can produce up to 27,000 puppies in her lifetime. That's why initiatives like this are crucial for population control. Free-roaming dogs are receiving free neutering and vaccinations from WECare, all thanks to generous donations. And today I'm meeting Francis, the manager of this impressive CNVR truck.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Scott. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Francis. Nice to meet you. Wow. Literally, coming here, it's like, what country am I in? And it feels like I'm in like a world-class surgical suite. And I've just walked in from an incredibly muddy prep room.
Yeah, I know. Hope you took your shoes off on the way.
I did. So how many surgeries do you get through in a day?
So on a basic day when we're running with one vet, it's between 25 and 30 animals a day. specifically.
For one vet?
Yes, for one vet.
You work them hard, Francis.
we do.
Oh my God. You're a scary vet nurse, aren't you?
No, he's a very experienced vet. He has done it for the last, I don't want to show his age, but 20 years. He can do them very, very quickly, but to very high standard.
That's amazing. So you not only neuter, but then they also get rabies vaccinated, which I saw from yesterday, where even though these puppies that we saw were neutered, unfortunately, and vaccinated, they were just done a little bit too late. But that vaccination process for rabies is just so vital.
Yeah.
And then they get microchipped as well, and then they go into a recovery pen to then be ready for release at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Wow, so it's a hell of a well-oiled machine, isn't it?
It is
30
definitely
dogs through that whole process. And also, most of your dogs, you're out catching them on the streets in nets.
Yeah, so we try and do both. Basically, any free roaming dog, that could be a guardian owned dog. So that's anything from a dog which they've had from a puppy, they pet it, it sleeps in the house, they feed it every day. It could also be an animal that's had puppies outside their garden, and actually they're not necessarily owned and it's not like an ownership, but they want to do better for the puppies, and then they bring all the puppies to us. But anything that's free roaming is going to have an impact on the population, so we will neuter. It's a free service.
And when it comes to surgery, because we've just had a neutering go at the door, there you go, let me help you, sir. These dogs, now they're vaccinated and neutered and microchipped. What impact is it having not only on those dogs, but also the dogs in the community and the community themselves?
Massive. So basically it is the only solution. It's the only sustainable way to build a better future here. There are going to be less fights because they're obviously not chasing females in heat. There's going to be less puppies created. There's going to be less chance of spreading parvo, distemper, all those kinds of things with unvaccinated animals. So we are going to not only reduce the population, but hopefully also reduce all the consequences of that as well. As you've seen at hospital, it's 40 kennel spaces that we have, continuous pattern of never having enough support. So if we are out there, if we're neutering, vaccinating, we're reducing all of that.
So in a lot of ways, what this van does is kind of the top shelf when it comes to the health of street dogs in Sri Lanka, really, because it all trickles down.
Yeah.
It's not even just the street dogs, it's the education and then the prevention of rabies. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, no, it's really important. We have the different pillars, and it isn't about just individual dogs, it's about making a bigger impact for these dogs because they deserve it.
When I'm doing rescue vet, I think, what's the solution? And here it is. This is the solution. These are amazing professionals who are dedicating their lives, but in the middle of that is this incredible vehicle. This is hope. This is what that exactly looks like, is a way in which we can get ahead of these problems and have a major impact across all communities, both human and animal. The work here is really, really vital. A perfect name for this charity, WECare, because they absolutely do.
I've just been told the results of the puppy's rabies tests are in, so I'm heading back to the hospital, anxious to hear what the news will be. Oh yeah.
Hey.
Right.
Yeah, we just got the news about the MRI results from yesterday's puppy.
Right.
The two sisters that were potential suspected rabies cases.
Yeah.
And it did come back positive.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because you're sort of, I suppose, glad might not be the right word, that you've got the diagnosis right and that you haven't put an animal to sleep that you didn't have to. But now surely that's not good news for her sister.
Yeah, and it is really tricky because her sister's she is showing very mild symptoms of ataxia and slight, I think, hypersensitivity to noise.
Right.
She's otherwise eating and drinking and wagging her tail. She's just having trouble fully standing up. You can see that she's a bit weak and slow.
Right. So what are the options for her?
When we think about rabies control protocol with street dogs, the fact that she is showing mild symptoms most likely means that she is contagious. So yeah, it sounds like we're gonna have to put her to sleep today, which is excruciating.
I'm so sorry, because I've seen just in 24 hours that you seem to have developed a bit of a bond with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the really tough part of the job, isn't it? No wonder you guys get burnt out.
Yeah, I mean, this part of the role here is, I haven't experienced much worse being a vet. 7 years of being a vet. I feel like this part of it is just brutal, really. Especially because, we kind of have, we put everything into each patient, and then sometimes, even though you are doing it for the good of, the other dogs around and the humans around, it still doesn't feel good.
I'm really sorry that you have to do that. That's
That's
not nice.
Yeah, it's horrible.
The CNVR truck will now be deployed into the area where the 2 puppies lived to do a mass rabies vaccination drive and support this community through the news.
Absolutely heartbreaking. It's harsh. It needs to be done, but it's harsh, and you can see it really impacts on Simone and Hon. She's crestfallen, and she's fallen in love with this little puppy in 24 hours. That's what happens. And now, unfortunately, she is going to have to say goodbye. So it's heartbreaking. This positive rabies diagnosis sends shockwaves through the whole community. It really brings home the fact that if WECare weren't here, this would be a nightmare. It is a nightmare for the people here, and they're shouldering that, but still dusting themselves off and carrying on. But their ability to bring rabies prevention, first of all diagnosis, but then prevention to this area and try and reduce the impact that this really horrendous disease has on local communities in Sri Lanka is massive. So WECare's reach is far just beyond street dogs. It is so much more.
As a vet, it's the hardest part of the job, knowing you can't save every animal. But when you do, it's a powerful reminder of the difference you make. And today, 2 patients are ready to go home. So ladies, who have we got here?
This is Inka, who's been with us for about a month now, and she's ready to go home today.
Wow, a month, that's a long time. I can see she's got that wound all the way down her back. So what kind of injury did she suffer?
So she had a really nasty maggot wound that was open, bleeding, when she first came in. Really nasty.
Oh, that's horrific.
Yeah, you can
Oh my God.
see what a difference sort of a month makes.
And it looks, and there's still maggots in that. Isn't
Yeah, they really.
Oh, look, there's a maggot moving there.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It shows you how bad it can get. Lucky that she got called in when she did.
Well, it certainly shows how sick she was, that she's been here a month to rehabilitate.
Yeah, she also had really bad skin disease as well, suffering with mange, so she's had treatment for that too. And
She does seem quite shy, quite a nervous one. Some of them are sort of surprisingly friendly, but she seems a little bit more cautious.
yeah, I think she's been pretty reserved at the start. She was pretty terrified, She's slowly come round to us as she's felt less painful, her skin's got better. She's had surgery to fix things. She's come out of her shell a little bit.
And what's the plan for her then now?
So we're going to take her back to the spot that we collected her from, because she's got an established territory there. We're going to take her back there this afternoon and
Wow.
say goodbye.
God, it must be exciting for you. I mean, a huge amount of work for the whole team for a month to get this dog back to some semblance of health, and then to be able to sort of release her back to where she came from. That must make you feel good. That must be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, I feel like I've built up quite a special bond with her over the last month, because, as I say, she was pretty quiet and fearful when she first came in, and we've just taken it really steady day by day with her. And
It must be sort of bittersweet when you kind of have to release them back.
sometimes you do see them out and about as well when you're just out on your bike or going for a walk and things. You can spot them, which is nice.
Yeah.
We're also going to be taking a puppy to get rehomed this afternoon as well, after dropping Inka off.
Nice.
It's a little guy called Tempo. He's been with us for about a month as well. So we're going to take him over to his new home, which is great.
Yeah, amazing. All great stuff, and a bit of an all change, because I'm sure the hospital constantly needs the beds, right? But still, happy day for everyone.
Yeah.
Tempo and his siblings were found abandoned outside the hospital with maggot-infested wounds. Though they've been nursed back to health, these young puppies can't be returned to the streets as they haven't established a territory.
You cheeky little puppy, hey you, what's this?
2 of Tempo's siblings have already found new homes, but now it's his turn to be adopted. And what's even more amazing is that these puppies will be given free vet care for life with WECare.
You lucky puppy.
Yeah. Come on then, you. Let's go. Come on then. Let's go. First on the drop-off list is Inca.
You're home. How exciting.
Good girl, well done. Let's pop out this way.
Are we thinking it's quite a bit further or? Yeah, okay. So right now the team is just trying to work out exactly where Inca's guardians are. So we're just trying to work it out. I can see there's a number of street dogs up here. It's how nonchalant they are beside incredibly busy traffic. I mean, they're passing within inches of their noses. It's a really strange feeling putting all this work into a patient and then releasing them onto a busy road to just fend for themselves. So it's mixed emotions right now. I know they're happy to have Inca go back to where she's from, but at the same time you kind of want to go, oh, poor Inca, I'm worried. What are we thinking, Em? What's the...
These guys are saying that it's not, the dog didn't come from.
Oh, okay.
But we know that this was the right
spot.
We just need to ask around.
Yeah, I must say, this is my first release, so I'm probably a little bit delicate, but such a busy road. The cars are flying along here and the dogs are just inches away. Like, it's making me have kittens.
Yeah, so Janie spotted the dog while she was driving along this road.
Right.
So this is where his territory
This is where they live, and that's...
We'll just ask around to see if we've got any extra information.
Okay.
But thankfully, after asking around, the team have found Inca's guardian in a gated house overlooking the fields.
So what is the process? Is it as simple as you've got guardians here, so you're just releasing her?
Once we're happy that someone's going to look out for the dog, we can let them go.
I'm just so glad that she's not on that street and that she's in this garden.
Yeah, she's in this enclosed garden, and this these properties here are all back onto the rice paddy fields, and it's sort of like open country back that way. So it's obviously quite a crazy road, this one, but we do try our best to release them away from the busy cars.
All right, well, it must be emotional for you.
Yeah,
after a month.
Inca, hey. Oh, let me get your lead off then. Just see where you want to head off to.
Where are you going to go?
Get
Good
your
luck,
bearings.
baby. Good luck, sweetheart.
Sit. Have a sleep out. Nothing, sweetheart.
Good luck.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
She certainly is making herself at home.
Oh, I'm just going to go.
Oh, wow, really relieving herself. The relief of being released.
She feels at home at least.
Yeah, she's christening her territory. How's it feel to let her go? Feels emotional, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's really nice to see her back in an environment that she knows and, you know, happy and healthier than when we first met her. Yeah. Bye, Inca.
Oh, just a little look back over her shoulder. That's very cute.
Yeah.
She was obviously a really nervous girl in the hospital and had a horrific injury that I saw on the phone. And to see her recovered and now happily wandering around, marking her territory, she seems pretty happy, don't you? Are you a happy girl?
What a heartwarming, happy ending for Inca. And now it's Tempo's turn for his own happily ever after. A local family whose teenage son loves animals have decided to adopt little Tempo, so we're here to settle him into his new home.
Can you ask, do they have a name? I know that at the moment he's Tempo.
Yeah.
Do they have a name for him?
ඔයා කැමති නමක් දාගන්න. මෙයාගේ දැන් නම ටැම්බෝ. ඔය මොකද්ද නම කියන්නේ ඉස්සරහට? ඔයා කැමති නමක් කියන්නේ? Bobby. So he put now Bobby.
He's going to be Bobby. There you go. Congratulations.
Hey, Bobby!
You can't beat the excitement of getting a new dog, and I can immediately see how much Bobby is loved.
One of the standard things in homes across the world for a rescue dog is to give them their first feed, and that's exactly what this dog is going to do. But more than anything, it just cements in his mind that this is his new home, this is his new territory, and this is his new family. It's like you've never fed him.
Yeah.
Oh, have a nice life, Tempo / Bobby.
Yeah. See you later.
It's been such a bumper day of rehomings and releases today to see dogs that have been cared by WECare go back to where they're supposed to be, either on the street, supported by guardians, or in their new forever home. So it's been such a lovely thing, and to also feel that positive energy through the team. They work so hard, they work such long hours, and they have to deal with a lot of trauma. So this is the good stuff. This is very much the icing on the cake. What seems to be the case, and certainly what I'm feeling, is that the community have really wrapped their arms around Janie and her team. They appreciate the work that's being done, they're supporting the work, and they're also offering up their own homes to take in dogs that need them. It's working alongside the community to make something better that everyone really cares about. It feels really good. It feels like maybe they're getting somewhere.
It's my final day in Sri Lanka, and what an incredible week it's been. Today is another big day for WECare, one I've been eagerly awaiting since the Tuk Tuk Ambulance first arrived, its very first trip. We've received reports of a puppy collapsed in a village, so Dr. Janie and I are rushing to help. I can't tell you how reassuring it is to know we'll be able to provide proper veterinary care as soon as we arrive, especially when we have no idea what condition the puppy will be in when we get there.
How far away is this dog?
About 20 minutes. I'm not sure it's going to be alive when we get there. Yes, first time I've been in here. It's good to know that when we get there, we can just get
on.
straight in there.
Yeah.
Because when you see a dog that comes through like that,
Yes.
and you know it's realistically going to be an hour and a half before we get that
Yeah.
treated there. Now it's only 20 minutes. You know?
Yes. The ambulance is going to be so important because I've witnessed where we've gone to collect a number of patients. When we got there, we're all like,
Yeah.
I can't wait to get back to the hospital.
It's the worst feeling, isn't it? Like that helplessness. And I think it's going to relieve that. But I also think it's going to allow us to work far more efficiently, because there's a lot of time where, you know, we've gone on a rescue, picked a dog up, and then we're just sat not doing anything for half an hour. And when we have the volume of cases that are coming every single day, any of that time that we can free up means we can actually treat more patients.
Yes.
So it's not going to only save that animal's life, it's going to actually free us up to save more as well.
Yeah. Look, obviously this is amazing, and this is our maiden voyage, so it's very exciting, but it feels like, without being too greedy, a fleet of these would be really helpful.
Yeah, honestly, that's the dream, because at the moment we do have kind of 3 or 4 tuk-tuks constantly going, and they are, you know, rentals. They're people we grab from the road. They're people who are happy to take dogs in their tuk-tuks. They're not ours. And they're constantly on the road. There are times when we have an emergency called in and we're frantically trying to get someone on the phone to take us to this emergency, and we just can't. So having really ideally 3 of these would just be incredible. It's a life-changing piece of kit.
You have done 10 long years in this country, and I've only been here a few days, and I can see how difficult it is here to operate, the challenges, the struggles, the pressure and the stress. You've managed to shoulder that for 10 years and still have a smile on your face. I mean, I think you underestimate you, because I don't know anyone that could
manage all of this, support all the team, support the communities, lead from the front the way that I've seen you do. You are an absolute legend, and I'm telling you, and you need to breathe it in and like let yourself appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been hard work, but you know, like I say, I've always had people around me, whether it's my family back at home cheering me on, or my friends, or the people online. You know, like I know people talk about online communities, but in those dark moments, that is who gets you through. They're the people who are cheering you on left, right and centre. And so whether I was, you know, here physically alone, I never felt alone. It's always been a team effort. It has.
This Tuk Tuk Ambulance means so much to Dr. Janie and the entire WECare team. It's going to save thousands of lives. I've started a fundraiser to help provide another ambulance, ensuring every dog they treat has an equal chance of survival. So if you'd like to donate, please check out the links in the description below. We're racing to find the little puppy, hoping it's still alive so we can begin treatment as soon as possible.
Hello, sweetheart. Oh gosh. We have got here just in time. This puppy is still breathing, which is a miracle. It's very, very flat, not really moving. It's in a really bad way. But this is a perfect example of the kind of case which will be helped so much by the ambulance. To be able to treat this puppy immediately and not have another half an hour's journey before we can do anything is vital for this dog's recovery, or for its very survival.
It really is heartbreaking to see the pup in such a bad condition.
Well done. And just grab the hi baby. Right. So he's moved. So do you mind just putting the blanket over and just put a slight bit of pressure on, and then I can just. Okay. All right.
You were happy. Yep. Perfect. Okay. Let's go quick, I think. Maybe run ahead, India.
So Janie's just run ahead because this puppy is pretty critical, and India's got the little pup at the moment. He's struggling to breathe, so we're going to get him straight to the ambulance on oxygen and some fluids. Got it. 35, really.
Chairs, start the engine, please. Engine.
The whole village has turned up to see if the puppy is okay, as we put the new ambulance to the test, trying to save this young dog's life.
Thank you very much. You are doing very valuable service for the dogs. Most of dogs are stray, but no owners. But they are always in the road. Most of dogs are in starvation. But you are doing very valuable service. That is a good merit.
Fluids and pain relief have been administered, so now we can head back to the hospital, knowing we've given our patient the best chance possible and made the puppy as comfortable as we can.
Easy, right? She has got like a weak femoral pulse.
Okay.
So
see what we'll give it 5 minutes and check heart rate if we can and see if it's coming on. And there we go. Oh, you're glowing, darling. We'll get you there soon. Don't worry.
here we go.
Her blood's also like water, so it could just be a tick fever as well. Oh, these fluids are going to make you feel loads better, I hope. Hello.
What a difference some fluid makes, eh?
It's really great. You can see that she's actually shown a lot of improvement just on this short journey. This ambulance has likely saved this dog's life.
but we've arrived back to a hectic hospital, overwhelmed with patients in need of immediate care.
It's absolutely going crazy here right now. There's just people running in lots of different directions. Just when you're finishing with one emergency, there's now a snake bite that's just come in as well. And that's why we need more than one ambulance. But at least this girl is showing some real signs of improvement, and that's all down to being able to give her treatment on the ground. And we've used that travel time to real benefit. Hey, is there snake bite in the consult room?
Yeah, it's possible.
Oh, you're joking. Oh no. Oh my God. Gee whiz, this place is like a roller coaster of emotions. I'm feeling really buoyed by the fact that that puppy was improving, and then unfortunately the snake bite has now passed, so I just can't save more. It's just never ending.
It really shows how crucial WECare's work is, and the overwhelming demand for it. My time volunteering with the team has been incredible, awe-inspiring, and I've learnt so much. From treating diseases like rabies, which I've never encountered before, to facing the highs and lows of the job. I've witnessed firsthand how much the street dogs mean to WECare and the people of Sri Lanka, and how one woman and her team and a community can pull together to make a real difference to the animals here. It's been a roller coaster, and while I'm sad to leave, I know that if we can all come together to fund another Tuk Tuk Ambulance, we can continue making a huge difference for the street dogs of Sri Lanka and support the incredible work of Dr. Janie and her team.
What a stunning beach and a wonderful end of the day.
Yeah, when you can bring yourself down here at the end of our day, it's pretty magnificent.
Yeah. And the beach and the dogs.
Yeah.
Just where you like to be.
Yeah, it's good. It's like the raw magic of Sri Lanka, I think, in this season.
Yeah, and it must be great as well to kind of reflect on the days past and then look forward to the future. So, you know, what do you think the future of WECare is?
Oh, God. Well, I think you know me enough to know the dreams are always big. But for me, and this dream hasn't changed really. It was the same when I was 26, and even despite everything that we've been through, it's the same now. I want to live in a world where no dog goes without veterinary care. So for me, the big dream would be to expand eventually into other countries across Asia, across Africa, and see how we can help those dogs as well.
Wow, that's a massive undertaking, but it's good to dream, because it's the only way that you can bring things forward.
You've got to be a bit crazy to achieve good things, you know? Yeah. I think you've got to be a bit mad to really make change. So the aim is to make this sustainable and to make this completely Sri Lankan led, and that is, you know, very, very, very feasible. We've got an incredible Sri Lankan team. You know, we're getting closer towards that, and that would mean that I can then go off and do this somewhere else potentially.
Or take a breather. I mean, there's always that.
There is always that, but you know, that's not how we're going to get to that big dream. And yeah, thank you. I know you would like to be very close, but equally, you know, this is home now as well. I don't feel, if someone said to me, okay, you can go then, would I be able to? I don't know. Like, my life is here. I love so many parts of Sri Lanka. And I don't know how these idiots would fare.
Yes.
In a place where they have to be on a lead and following all the rules and doing all of that. My heart will be here, I think, for a really long time, so that's hard to deny.
Yeah, well, I mean, certainly from what I've seen, you've made a massive mark. Your legacy is already in stone, and the future definitely is bright thanks to you and all the team at WECare.
Hope so. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's see.
Roll on the next 10 years.
Thank you for watching my Sri Lanka films. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more Rescue Vet International episodes. And to help fundraise for a Tuk Tuk Ambulance, please check out the links in the description below and on our social media pages. Any contribution, big or small, would mean the world to us. And please share this far and wide. Together, as a rescue vet community, we can make a real difference and save the lives of these animals. Bye for now.